The following items have been identified in research as important development opportunities for fledgling leaders. Challenging assignments. Just read it carefully. Challenging assignments early in one's career. I can speak to that. I had early in my career some difficult, challenging assignments that developed certain skills that made me a better leader. And you chalk it up as experience, but it becomes something that you can rely on in the future. Visible leadership roles, role models, as we just talked about that, who are either very good or very bad. Sometimes bad leadership can motivate you to do better. In fact, it is a crisis that causes you to say, you know what, there is someplace better for me. I am going to work so hard to do it. Assignments that broaden your knowledge and experience. And those are some of the things there. So let's keep moving on. Obstacles to leadership development. Do you know there's a gift in a crisis? A crisis can be a gift to you.
Oh, yeah?
A crisis can be a gift because it enables you to experience something that you probably, if you had a choice to experience, you wouldn't even go there.
True.
But God allows it to be a part of your journey so that you can experience it to be able to help someone at some point to impart that knowledge and that experience. To do what? To encourage another person who God also has called and has selected for leadership in his or her capacity. So you could just look over some of these different obstacles that have been identified that is a barrier to people becoming leaders. Leadership theories. This is where you get into research and people, having different ideas. And these are things that have been identified from since the early 1900s, for example, 1940s. Different people like Kurt Lewin and all these different experts on the leadership issue. So some of the things we're talking about today, they have grappled with them. So I identified some of the leadership theories. And they're there for your knowledge. Leadership trait, behavior, situation, and contingency, transactional. Believe it or not, sorry.
I'm stuck on that lab.
Okay.
And I'm stuck on it because it is so important. And so the question for all of us as a church, the church I pastor,
Yes.
is how do we take that lab in the setting, in the church? Because it is a fact that part of our greatest, should I say, problem is the dynamics that are at work among leaders. Their temperaments, our temperaments, what we bring to the table impacts so much of what we do. And the kind of a disclosure that lab, which the James passage is the basis of it, the confessing your faults one to another, so you may be healed. Because I find that so much healing needs to be done in leadership. And we take sick people are leading sick people. And so I just got stuck on that lap, and my mind began to blow even as it is always. The importance of that and understanding the theories of personalities and so, because I'm not sure if you're from a Pentecostal background or not, but where we're from, this is nonsense. But we're talking about leadership lab and all that. Get them to pray and fast. Because pray and fast and take care of it. And because just what you're saying there, it's the dynamics of our makeup that cause the problems that we have.
Absolutely,
And so, how do I remember we had a sort of lab. My sister is a psychologist, and I brought her in to do one of those labs. and to come into an understanding of where you are, your personality, your temperament, and all those kinds of stuff. And even at the end of the lab, there's one person who's all over the place. And her summation was, that's why I'm unique.
Wow. Wow.
Because I can't be identified as any one of them.
Wow.
When we all knew that's why you were giving so much problems.
You know what? In the second session, and I'm just gonna give it to you.
Wow.
Here is it's called the Johari window. Have any of you heard about that concept? It's Johari window. Johari. It's in the later slides. When people begin to understand, and I use the word framework.
Yes.
They have a better framework.
To be able to
So they can better frame what's happening.
understand why they think that.
Why they think that way. Because let me tell you people, the devil don't always do it, man.
Amen.
Come on. You are responsible for your actions. I heard a story once. The devil was outside the church, man. The devil outside the church, man. I'm not even going to say the next thing. I'm taking that up on my. The devil outside the church, and the devil, out there, and he whining and he complaining. And someone said, "Devil, what's going on with you, man?" He said, "Man, them people inside that church, man, them are blaming me for everything. Things that I didn't even do." We're guilty of that. We are guilty of that. I believe when you begin to take ownership of your decisions, your choices, I'm telling you, God begins to see your heart. And he sees that Jason got flaws. And he said, "Jason, I'm going to send to you my dear brother Donald Johnson, who can help you in that time of need and could speak over your life." And then he sends your wife as your helpmate and says, "Son, yes, you..." Time is probably over, man. But you see,
We will definitely do that lab on the second session because that is awesome. It's awesome. But sorry to interject like this, but as you see, we are.
And labs don't replace the prayer meeting.
no,
It
it's
makes them better.
It's not the albeit.
Okay.
Can we explore some of those temperaments too?
Yes.
Are we going to do the lab?
Well, temperament and some a difference that we got to work through. I must say thanks again, to my dear brother, and he was just getting started.